Do you love makeup but can't decide what to use to get the right look going? Or do you need a quick tutorial about what makeup to buy and use? Well, today's the episode that you can't afford to miss. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talk to Us Today. I'm Simrit, and Namita's not with us again today, but we'll be missing her. Today, I'm in conversation with makeup artist Aanchal Chaudhry. Aanchal has learned makeup from India's top Bollywood artists, Bharat and Doris, and Marvi and Beck, too, and has also received a diploma in specialized makeup from Melbourne. So she's currently in Australia working with Cicely Paris, a luxury beauty company. But before this, she worked with all the big international brands, Dior, Lancome, YSL, and others. So let's say, I feel like she knows the best makeup trends, whether it's India, like Bollywood trends, just like regular India, or like the Western world abroad. So welcome. That's why I called her today. Welcome, Aanchal.
Thank you so much, Simrit. It's lovely to be there and to be able to chat with everyone and, pass my knowledge and share everything I know.
Nice.
So let's begin.
I love makeup. I'm one of those people who just, when I go, I'm like, oh, wow, this is the new look. And I never used to. Up till college, I was like the simple eyeliner girl, right? But after college, I started. So how did you get into makeup?
I was, I think, 14, even 13, 14, when I started experimenting. And I used to get really excited with, like, if someone's looking really good, someone's transformed with a bit of makeup. I still remember one of my aunties, she gave me a really big palette of Elizabeth Arden, some like maybe 50, 60 eyeshadows. And there began my love of blending eyeshadow with different textures. I still remember doing bright blue eyeshadow and purple, and I still love it.
And then the balance back in the 80s.
Absolutely. And then the funny part was that I learned the same trends when I was learning makeup in Melbourne, because we did 70s, 80s, 90s makeup. And I'm thinking, what the hell?
What am I paying for, man?
But with body painting and prosthetics and other things.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I read that makeup is just like, I can make you look better. And just a better version of yourself. It's just about, it's almost like you're putting some sparkles and jewels in the crown. The crown's already there. You're just adding some things just a little bit here and there. I don't believe in, I've never believed in changing someone, because a person is beautiful on, like, I don't like changing skin tones. I don't like doing, something. A person should be able to look in the mirror and say, oh, this is me.
Yeah. So important.
Not take the makeup off and think, oh my God, like, I didn't look like myself.
Yeah. It's supposed to enhance your look, right? It's not supposed to change your look. That's exactly what it is.
No.
Okay. So we have some questions from our viewers, which is what we came for. Okay. So the first one is really interesting because even I want to know. What's the difference between a BB cream, CC cream, and foundation?
Okay, so obviously, years back, we only had the choice of a foundation. A foundation is something which is actually, if you think about it, it's like if you think about the foundation as a word, it's about you're laying a foundation for everything else to go on top, which I've never thought about it. but now I've just thought about it and I was like, oh, that's what it is. So the thing is, foundations are yes, they do come in different types now. You'd have a plumping foundation, like an anti-age. You'd have something really like a nude one. You'd have a long-lasting one if you want to like 10-hour, whatever. So that's the beauty, that you can really choose between different types of the foundations as well. But years back, there was only that choice. It will give you a cover, and which will cover everything. Sometimes they can be matte, they can be luminous, hydrating. That's different types as well. And then as well, what's important is to match a foundation when if someone is looking at, what they want to pick up, then also looking at what's your skin type, and what's your requirement, like how much time do you want it to be on to. And then the coverage comes as well with that. So the coverages could be light, medium, or heavy. So foundations that. Now BB and CC cream. BB cream is actually called a beauty balm. And so beauty balm, it does the job of a moisturizer, a primer, and a little bit of color. Generally, a beauty balm and a CC cream both don't have SPF. If they have some SPF, then that's different. Color correcting cream. CC cream is a cream where it's more, so CC cream, actually the coverage is lesser than a BB cream, but CC cream is used when you have more of redness, blemishes, because it's got color correcting in it.
Oh, so when you want,
Whereas
so for people with pigmentation, CC cream would make more
pigmentation as well, blemishes as well. And what you can probably do is, so on your days off, if you're looking to go somewhere and you don't want to be totally made up, or you want something really natural,
right,
you could be combining a BB or a CC, depending on if you need color correcting or not, with a concealer on top. Like, for example, I've used these and there's still something which needs to be corrected. Then under the eyes, you'd use a concealer. On top of a blemish, you'd use a concealer.
So it's interesting. So if you use a BB or CC cream, this is normally if you're not using a foundation, normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So it's more like the day look or whatever?
It's the day look, yes. So but if someone wants, tell me.
Yeah, so there were two questions that you've kind of brought up. So one is, which we can get to later, which is about the primers and concealers. But the number two was, another third question was, what's the difference between night and day makeup? So you can just go ahead and answer this along with this, right?
So day makeup is so I'm in the day and I'm still wearing a foundation, but I'm not wearing a very heavy foundation. It's just to basically color correct, there's even out my complexion, and some of the even CC cream, also sometimes a BB and foundation would sometimes have light reflecting particles in it. So what happens is it makes you look a little bit more brighter.
Okay.
So BB CC is definitely day.
Okay.
A BB cream or a CC cream, generally, you wouldn't want to use at night. But if there is someone who wants to look extremely natural, they don't want to be looking made up, then there's no rule which says that you can't use a BB or a CC at night as well. There are no rules. It's just about what you're going to be comfortable with at the end of the day.
Okay. So what about the colors?
The day makeup. The foundation colors for the day and night will generally remain the same. It can change different seasons.
Okay.
Now that is something which sometimes if we go darker in the summer, If we go more, we have more color, then that would change
Okay.
depending on your skin tone. Now, day and night, generally in the day you'd use, like if we come to an eyeshadow, you'd use a basic, like they're the basic colors, like very light colors, like you would use a light pink or an ivory,
Yeah. Okay.
just to basically make it more, it's more matte. You can use a little bit of shimmer in the middle of the eyeball, on the top of the eyeball,
Mm.
just to give it more shine, a little bit of shine. Of course,
Like
there's no
a
this
little
thing.
pop.
A little pop, exactly.
Yeah.
What else? Colors. So
But at
generally,
night, like okay, lipstick and eyeshadow, like basically, at night.
yeah,
What so?
you could do
Okay.
like first. Generally, if you're talking about day is more mostly is about your basic base colors, like your basic colors, like what I just mentioned,
Yeah.
and then you could do like a little bit of a brown earthy tones on the side of the eyes, just over here to sort of contour and have a better shape. Of course, you can use your kohl and your eye pencils, your eyeliners. That's fine. But when we go into night makeup, you can probably take like a nice dark brown or something. You can take a blue as well, a dark blue, dark green, the darker shades, and
Mm.
you can make it into a smoky. Change that into, you can do a full one color smoky, which has been really in these last, I can't remember what the name it is, but
Yeah.
this one color. And that case, I would say you'd have to maybe take off the base color, but base color is also really good to have, because what happens is, otherwise if you don't have that, then you won't be able to blend well. So you can do a one color at night. You can do like a, you can even use your bronzers. So take your bronzer and fully cover the eyelid, and then maybe take a darker shade. You could do couple of shades different. So it's mostly around here. You have a darker one, darker here. As we go lighter, it becomes. As we go up, becomes lighter. So that's a
Mm.
smoky for you. So
Okay.
that's a smoky look generally is definitely nighttime.
And it's all about blending, isn't it? It's just like you gotta just keep blending.
So it's about, yeah, of course, it's about blending, but it's also about, for when we go into eyeshadow, I think even about foundation, it's also over the years you learn to take less product. You use less on the brush, and it is bit by bit. You cannot use, if you use too much of the dark eyeshadows and you're trying to blend it, then it becomes too hard. And the other thing which I like doing is I like to do my eyes first
Hmm.
and the rest of the face later. Why? Especially when it's in the day, that's no problem because you're only doing maybe one or two basic colors, maybe
Right.
three maximum, and you're going to blend them and it's fine. But as soon as we're talking about a party makeup, anything to do with a night makeup, then is when you want to do the eye first, then do the concealer, then do the foundation, and everything on top.
Okay, so you told me next question. You've already like you're doing this so naturally, huh? So when it comes to what is a primer, when do we use it, and how do you apply concealers and primers?
Okay. Primers is again, this I thought about it before, but primers again, it's priming your skin.
Mm.
Our skin has different pH levels at different areas as well. So this is more oily, this can be very dry. So it's basically putting a silicone, most times it's a silicone based
Mm.
gel sort of a thing. You use that to smooth everywhere. You can have mattifying primers, you can have a smoothening primer. It just depends on what you're doing, what sort of skin type a person has. So primer is basically to prime your skin so that everything on top is smooth. It blends easily and
Yeah.
stays.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the concealer comes the last.
Generally, I would do a concealer after foundation. So you're doing your skincare. First is your skincare. There's no you can't skip on your skincare, because if your skincare is not fine, if your skin underneath is not fine, then everything will not. I have a lot of, I do makeup for the young ones sometimes, and I feel, oh my god, because it will not blend. They obviously in their 20s, they're not taught to be using an eye cream and using a moisturizer day and night and cleansing and sleeping. So this is the first thing: cleanses, cleansing, cleansing, toning, moisturizing. Then goes the sunscreen, then prime, and then your makeup. So when it comes to after primers, the first we're going with the primer on, then we're going with, you could do BBCC foundation, depending on what you want to do. After the foundation, what will come next is, now, if you are using a cream product, a cream blush, it'll have to be done after the foundation. So cream on cream, powder on powder.
Okay.
Now, if you're using a powder blush, then you'd use a powder blush, powder bronzers. Then you're using first foundation, powder your skin, before the powder concealer as well. Powder both the areas. Then you're doing your blush and bronzer.
So another
Absolutely.
trend, and I have to get through these questions, is what is contouring? And it's gained a lot of popularity over the last couple of years.
So
Like,
what is contour?
Kim Kardashian doesn't look like what she does because it's all the contouring that she's doing, actually.
What is contour? You're contouring your face to give it like a golden glow. You're using it to using a brush or a sponge or something. And generally, a contour can come in cooler tones for someone who's extremely fair. Now, that is sometimes where I think people go wrong, makeup artists go maybe wrong as well, because you can pick up a universal contour, but generally, if someone is extremely fair, so it can look orange on them as well. Um, a contour and bronzer is different. Bronzer is one which gives you like a golden glow. A contour is where it contours the face. So this is where you'd use it. It probably starts from here going up all the way in a C.
What does it do? It brightens your face. It enhances your.
So what's it doing is basically it's pushing this up. So it's more
The high
lifted.
cheekbones.
Exactly. So you're sitting it right underneath here. So this here, going here, and you're going more darker here. You're going lighter, 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 darker, 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 darker.
Okay, I
And you're
need to
going
sit
darker.
with you and you need to do this to me. I want to see how I'd look with high cheekbones. Wow. Okay, so last question here, because I got to get through all these questions. And then we're going to bring you back next a couple of months for more questions out there. Does it matter what brand of makeup you're wearing? And is it important? Like, there's so many brands and the price range is all over the place. Does it matter?
So over the years, I think the hard thing I'd have to say is makeup is very smartly or strategically placed in the markets everywhere. Whatever works for you is fine. At the end of the day, you have to look at your pocket as well. But I think makeup is all about the better the quality, the more you've got to normally pay. However, you can get cheaper brands which do really well. For example, I've always found like Shampoo in India is still very good. It's not necessarily a very expensive, very luxurious brand like Lancome or Chanel, all these Bobbi Brown. Um, but you also have that Manish Malhotra's brand as well. That's good as well.
Okay.
I mean, you're looking at the starting and the mid range. And then, of course, if you're looking at Dior, Bobbi Brown, and Chanel, then that's where the luxury is in this.
So basically, do whatever makes you comfortable in what you're buying,
Yeah,
as
and you
long as
can
it
mix and
doesn't
match.
hurt your skin.
No.
Doesn't hurt your skin.
I think when we're looking at you asking about brands, I think the most important thing, Simrit, I feel, is even if you're using a cheaper brand, just do the skincare. It doesn't matter.
I always tell
if you don't have something, for example, there was a time in the middle, like I'd finished my cleanser, but I'm one of the most diligent people in the world when it comes to my skincare, and I'm being like really honest. I don't care. I got onto the olive oil, slapped it on at night, and took some cotton pads, squeezed out of water, and I just took everything off. Now, you can do coconut oil, you can do any of these oils. As long as the oil suits you, it's absolutely fine. The other thing, last thing I'd want to add is I don't use hot water on my face, not on my hair.
This was so informative there. So girls, remember, cleansing, number one priority. Cleansing, cleansing, cleansing. Get that routine right. Remember to moisturize early in life and use your skincare better. And then for the makeup, all the tips have given above. Invest in whatever makes you guys comfortable. Remember to do whatever makes you smile, makes you happy. And confidence should be worn before your makeup, because then the makeup is going to shine through.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us, Aanchal. This was really nice, and we're looking forward to having more Q&As with you.
So I'm really thankful for this amazing session with Simrit. I think it's amazing that I can share this knowledge and my passion with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. So that's all on Talk to Us today, but we look forward to hearing from you all. If there's anything that you guys saw that you like about our show, do let us know in the comment section or email us at hello@talktoustoday.com and let your friends know where to find us. You'll find all of Aanchal Chaudhry's details in the description below, so you can contact her directly for any makeup needs that you might have, or comment below for any other questions you have, and we'll get her back to answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to stay notified of our videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us on Talk to Us today. Remember to talk to us today. Keep smiling, keep shining, and keep talking. Thank you, guys. See you next Friday. Bye.